that's cool. New game. What's your name? Shuby. The war burns like a flame. The rumble of steel is deafening. Screams of dying ones and cracking of bones. They are the only hope. The fighter moves with untamable power. One sword swing and the demon's body is split in two. The ranger. His blades turn enemies' growls into agonal wheezes. And the third hero? I'm digging the beard. But, it's a cat. Nah. The cat whose cunning is sharper than a blade. Yeah, we'll go with charisma. The demons kept falling one by one until the battlefield turned into a bloody mess. Heroes are breathing heavily, sweat and blood mixed on their faces. They're standing before a massive gateway leading into the lair of evil. The heroes took a step inside and disappeared into the darkness. Flames were shaking on the walls, shaping ugly and crooked shadows. Lungs were filled with the smell of sulfur and rotting flesh. The floor started shaking underfoot, as if the ground was trembling for the presence of the one who awaited the heroes ahead. A deep growl echoed from the darkness. Shadows gradually revealed a giant figure. At first, blazing crimson eyes, then a monstrous jaw, full of edged teeth. The next moment, the darkness revealed a whole silhouette, enormous, charred and horned. Primal darkness was raging in the very core of his being, and he is called Balder. The fighter, the ranger, and the cat exchanged glances, and the fighter said, "Fuck." Axel, what happened, fighter? Sam, ranger, Axel. The worst happened. The master went completely nuts. Thomas, what did I do wrong now, Brainiac? Sam, Thomas, are you for real? Is that a joke? Balder? On the 5th level? Is it now officially a game for those who want to die? Do you realize Shuby playing as a cat is the first level? Oh, is that the first level? He got to know what DHD is just today. Axel, Shuby, don't listen to Sam. He's just mad because his fighter was killed by the rat the last time. Sam, that was a mouse, not a rat. Thomas, a giant cursed mouse to be exact. Sam, I'm not mad. I'm just saying that Thomas really took it too far. We've got no chance against Balder. Are you doubting my master's skills? Balder is a challenge. And you are the heroes, not farmers or something. Oh, it's Thomas. Sam, we may be heroes, but Shuby. Axel, easy, Sam. He'll be our secret weapon. Axel, just imagine, Balder be like, "Grrr, I will destroy all of you," and Shuby like, "Smash," and scratches his ass up like a wild beast. Cool, isn't it? Thomas, Okay, shut up, y'all. Balder's not gonna wait for you to reach his ass, which is not easy to reach considering his height, by the way. Sam, thank you, Thomas. We'll take that into account. Thomas, pay attention. Balder raises his giant paw threateningly and smashes your pathetic crew. Sam, tell me your armor class plus the number on the dice, or you'll get squashed. Hurry! Sam, holy shit. My fighter's armor class is 16. Rolling plus 4 on the dice. 20, ha! What's the matter, Balder? Thomas, Sam, the fighter stands the attack. The 20 saved you. Axel, what's your armor? What's taking you so long? Axel, my ranger has 14. Sam, now the roll. Oh my god, it's a 1. Axel, I dodged it, right? Please tell me I did, Thomas. Thomas, Axel, you escaped at the very last moment. 15 is enough. Shuby, what armor class is written on your character sheet? Yeah, that's it. But it's not enough. Now roll the d20 and hope for a bigger number. Then add it to your armor. D20? Sam, it's the dice with 20 sides. Don't be stupid. Axel, yeah, it's a thing that will either make you a hero or bury. Sam, this game is the first and last one for him. Axel, come on, give a guy a chance. What if he rolls a 20 and becomes a legend? Sam, there's enough space for only one legend, and that's me. Thomas, Shuby, roll that d20 already, or Balder will make mincemeat of you. Ooh, rolled 1 on the die. Clumsy roll, Sam. Haha. It's the smallest number. Thomas, by adding your armor, we'll get 4. Axel, damn. Sam, that was predictable. Thomas, you get hit by Balder and lose 5 hit points. Write it down in your character sheet. Where do I write it down? Whatever. Thomas, now let's return to the game. Focus and turn your imagination on. The final fight awaits you. Remember, the sky is being absorbed by the darkness. The boys immediately became serious, as if they're performing in a theater. Thomas, the ground is shaking. Something is approaching you. It's him, the Balder. He wishes to take a closer look at you. You, the tiny bugs that stood in his way. He leans towards you. Flickers of fire drop a shadow on his face, allowing you to take a better look at who you're going to be fighting with. Thomas. Fighter turns to the cat. Fighter. Well, Fleabag, I hope cats really do have 9 lives. Otherwise, I don't envy you. Are you ready? Yes. Sam. Shuby. Trust me, you are not. Thomas. Sam. Don't get out of character. Sam. Fighter. That's the spirit. Keep it up. Thomas. Each of you take a suitable battle position. You understand that this battle will be crucial. The outcome will determine the destiny of humanity. If you win, you will be remembered as legendary heroes. But if you lose, Fighter takes out his sword, preparing to make devastating attack. Ranger fits an arrow to the bowstring. He aims at Raider Balder's mug, ready to fire a final shot. And Cat creeps up behind Monster's back with his blades ready for a sneak attack. You attack Balder simultaneously, shouting with rage. Fighter, let's do it. Axel, well, Ranger, he's done for. I'll tear you to pieces. Thomas, don't forget the game rules. You have to roll the dice to see if you will succeed or not. And I'd like to point out that Baldur is a legendary boss. It only takes him one hit to destroy you all right away. Fighter, that means one mistake and we lost? Thomas, right. If one of you rolls less than 10, you're dead. Fighter, that's going to be challenging. I like it. Says Sam in a dramatic voice. Thomas, who'll go first? What about you, fighter? Describe your attack. Fighter, I run towards Baldur fiercely. My sword is my loyal ally, and the strike will be devastating. Sam picks up the dice carelessly and drops it on the floor. Thomas, good job, you did it. Fighter, your attack hits Baldur precisely with its paw. It seriously wounds him. Ranger, well done. Now it's my turn. I aim my wooden bow at Baldur's mug and fire an arrow. Thomas missed. Thomas. Baldur clenches his paw in a giant fist and raises it up with a terrifying speed. His paw freezes in the air for a split of a second, and in the next moment struck all of you with a deadly hit. Axel, no! Axel shouts out, his voice full of despair. Sam pats him on his shoulder, trying to calm him down. Sam, that's it, my friend. That's the end. Thomas, cheer up. You'll succeed the next time. Axel, we'll have a next time? Thomas, who knows? Who knows? Everything is possible. Axel, Shubi, you did good for the first time. Axel patted me on my shoulder. That's crazy how a game with imaginary characters can evoke such strong emotions. It's a chance to become someone else and escape the reality. The gray and dull reality. Sam, either way, that was an interesting game. Axel, I'm surprised that this time our evening wasn't ruined by the librarian. Librarian, are you playing here again? How many times have I told you, Samuel, not to play here with your friends? It's a library. People come here to read books and gain knowledge. Sam, but it's just a game. Librarian, so just play somewhere else. The noise level is above acceptable. Thomas, okay, we're sorry. We were just about to leave. Librarian, the entry to the library is prohibited for 7 days. For all of you. Get out. Sam, you have no right to kick us out. Librarian, are you sure, young man? Sam, I am. Sam, what a crappy day. I can't believe that metal jerk kicked us out. Sam, what even was that? The noise level is above acceptable. He's louder than all of us together. Axel, chill, dude. That was kind of fun. Thomas, how do you even manage to get to the second floor on his wheels? Sam, we've lost the Baldur. Axel, yeah, this shame will be legendary. Thomas, sometimes the best way to win a battle is to retreat. Sam, oh, shut up, Thomas. You're pissing me off with your book quotes. You really don't get it. Sam gave me the stink eye. Sam, that newbie, things always go south every time someone joins our team. Thomas, slow down, Sam. It's not Shubi's fault. Sam, then whose? Axel, so you're saying things got worse after I joined? Sam, no, Axel, that's not what I meant. Thomas, girls, you're both pretty. Shubi, not bad for the first time. Sam, we can no longer play in public places. The library's gone. Playing as somebody sucks. Parents are always nagging with turn off the light and do your homework. We must find a place where nobody would find us. Thomas, A secret spot like in Indiana Jones or something. That's nice. It gives you a little info about what they're talking about. Thomas, a place, and no robot librarian can wield to kick us out. Axel, let's look for an abandoned house or basement, like in horror movies, but without monsters. Sam, you're a genius, Axel. An abandoned house in Scottside? The best you can find is a shed with a leaky roof. And even that is already taken by Crazy Hank. Axel, maybe someone has a secret room at home. Sam, if it's secret, no one knows it's there. Chewie. Guys, what if we build something in the forest? Instantly, everyone's attention is drawn to me. Chewie, well, like a secret base? And like in the superhero comics. With a password that nobody knows but us. Sam, a secret base? Really? Are you 5 to play a fortress? Sam, where would we build it? In a forest behind the school? Thomas, actually, it's not a bad idea. And if we do everything right, nobody would find us. Axel, yes. We could hang some lights there, and bring an old rug and make a table for DHD. Chewie, right, decorate it the way we want. Axel, it'd be like our own little club. No robots, no rules, just us. Sam, okay, it doesn't sound that lame. Like a place where we can always hide from our problems. Axel, but what if there are werewolves in the forest? Seriously, there are creepy stories in the news sometimes. Sam, there's a lot of stuff in the news, and most of the times it's bullshit. Axel, too bad. I wouldn't mind seeing a real werewolf. Sam, you wouldn't like that encounter. Thomas, alright guys, let's go in the forest after school tomorrow and look for a decent spot. Axel, sure. That would be the best adventure for tomorrow. Thomas, agreed. And when we find a perfect spot, we will play board games as much as we want. Sam, okay. But if it's stinky there or something, I'm out. I gotta go. My stepmother will eat me alive if I'm not back by 9. Axel, do you still not like her? Sam, yeah, she's getting on my nerves. Axel, still calls you a baby? Sam, she doesn't call me a baby, just gets mad if I come home late. Axel, just admit it. She puts candy under your pillow or just kisses you goodnight. Sam, shut up, Axel. No candy, just her stupid lectures. Thomas, does she wear a bathrobe and smokes a cigarette at home, like in noir movies? Sam, right, with a glass of martini while Dad is at work? No, dumbass, she only bakes her stupid tuna pie and watches Dynasty. Sam, no bathrobes, just an old apron. Thomas, a tuna pie? Sam, it's so romantic. She bakes while you sit and think, damn, my stepmother is hotter than the pie. Sam, she's not hot, she's, well, normal. Regular. Stop making up this bullshit about her, or haven't you been beaten long enough? Sam, talking about her is forbidden, understand? I'm leaving while you stop making up shit up. See you tomorrow, assholes. Sam shook everyone's hand, except mine. Pretended not to notice my hand held out. Did he get angry? Axel, did he get angry? Thomas, anger is a mask for fear. Axel, what does he fear? Thomas, a tuna pie, I guess. Axel, Chewie, I gotta head home too. We just moved. I have to unpack the boxes. Mom will be furious to dump all the work on her again. Also, school's early tomorrow. My first day. Axel, wait, Are you going to our school? Thomas, there's only one school, Axel. Axel, oh man, it's gonna be, how do you say it? An interesting experience. Thomas, Shuby, which way do you live? Silently pointed in the direction of my house. Thomas, wow. Me and Axel live in the same direction. Axel, Shuby, let me show you a shortcut through the forest. We can even look for a base spot on the way. There's a hidden path that will get us home faster than these boring streets. Thomas snorted. His face, highlighted by a street light, showed that he was skeptical. Thomas, it's better to stick to the road, especially if you're new to the town and not familiar with the streets and forests. Remember how we got lost for 2 hours while you kept saying, I know the path like the back of my hand? Axel, it was a fun adventure actually, and it seems to be unforgettable for you. Thomas, by the way, Shuby, how did you even get to the library? It's not easy to find even for locals. I hope there were no incidents. Shuby, not exactly. The day was full of plans. I was rushing through the town trying to get everything done in time, looking for the library. Then I slipped. Wow. A drone flew over my head and I zoned out looking at it. Are you alive? A girl's silhouette appeared above me. Are you gonna keep lying in the snow? Her eyes were blue like the sky. I could barely hear music from her headphones, and it sounded quite unhappy. Like an idiot. She showed me which way was the library, and invited me to a water tower tonight to show me around. She said the town could be seen from up there in full view. After entering the library, I went sorting through books to find the ones for school. Okay. I got distracted by children. Can you fix our robot? They asked for my help. We found him in the forest. I didn't get it if they were joking or not. He'll protect us from the monster, but agreed for some reason. Keep quiet. The librarian interrupted us. Second floor. He told me where the school books were. I went upstairs. Have you played DHD? You asked me to join the game as soon as you noticed me. We can die. I joined your game. We're good on our own. Everybody agreed. Well, I guess that's it. Axel, wow. A whole journey. Thomas, have you found the school books after all? Shuby, no. I didn't know we could get prohibited to enter the library. Mom's gonna be mad. Axel, at least we met each other. Thomas, yep. He must be on the cloud 9. Tell us more about that girl. Shuby, which girl? Thomas, the one who offered to show you around the town. Shuby, Jessica? Axel, the Jessica freaking Hansen? Shuby, probably. She didn't give me a full name. Axel, she's like blonde hair, blue eyes, always in headphones. Shuby, yep, that's her. Axel, you're a quick one, Shuby. Just moved to town and got yourself into a story. Thomas, how'd you manage to get her on a date? There was a hint of envy in Thomas's voice. Shuby, it's not a date, just a friendly town tour. Axel, I didn't get a chance to even sit near her, and you're having a whole tour? Axel, you're freaking lucky. Thomas, just remember, be considerate and don't hurry things up. Thomas said it so seriously that it felt like a really important piece of advice. Thomas, I saw her today and she seemed to be in a good mood. Oh, in a mood. Axel, why are you giving advice? Have you ever talked to a girl yourself? Thomas, it's from the book. And yes, I've talked to girls. Shuby, I'm not sure if I should go there. I actually have to be home by this time. I'm already late because of fighting Balder. Axel, well, Shuby, decide who you're going with. So you get more choices and stuff. Alright. That's nice. From what I read, there's gonna be like 5 different chapters or whatever. Yeah, let's go with her. Let's see what happens. Finding the water tower was easy. Its top with a red star graffiti could be seen from afar. The sun was gradually hiding behind the trees. I kept searching for Jessica's blonde hair in shadows of the pine forest. I hope guys don't really think I date Jessica. We hardly even know each other. Don't want gossips to spread at school. Well, how do I find her? Should we, Jessica? I called out, hesitating. I silently waited for a couple of minutes, slowly swiping my foot over the snowdrift. The snow slid off the drift and formed small snowballs that reminded me of oatmeal. Shuby, Jessica, are you here? I walked around the tower, once again making sure nobody's there. Seems like this morning she was just being polite and inviting me here. Whatever, I'll climb up myself and see if the view is really as beautiful as she said. Metal ladders bars burned my hands with cold, but eventually I safely made it to the top platform. Oh wow. Far away, just like a mirage, a giant cargo ship flew by, hiding in the clouds. The sun slowly sank behind the mountains, its beams coloring heavy clouds scarlet as a farewell. The whole Scottside was exposed. Narrow streets, cars that looked tiny, small houses with snowy hats, in the forest that appeared even darker at dusk. And above the forest, above the high trees where the wind howls, the monolith buildings towered like gloomy shadows. I looked around and finally a dark silhouette at the edge of the platform caught my eye. Jessica was sitting quietly with her knees pulled up, hugging them. Her hair was slightly messed up by wind, which made her look like a helpless little bird, but it didn't seem to bother the girl. Even though she watched the sunset, her mind was clearly elsewhere. Should we, Jessica? The girl flinched and quickly turned around. Jessica, oh, it's you. I thought you're not gonna show up. She let out a smug chuckle, as if it didn't startle her at all. As if I didn't startle her. Shuby, I was calling for you from below. Thought it was you who didn't come. Jessica, I was listening to music. I hang out here often. You can come without invitation. Take a seat. Just patted the spot next to her, suggested me to sit. I didn't resist and hurried to sit nearby. There was an awkward silence for a few seconds. Jessica, aren't you going to tell me where you're from? Shuby, oh, I just moved from Mountain Pines, south from here. Jessica, from that town to the middle of nowhere? Shuby, well, there were reasons. It's more quiet here. I shrugged, not knowing what else to say. My hometown wasn't much bigger. just not as isolated. Scottside was struck in a timeless space, surrounded by mountains and forgotten by everyone. Jessica, it's so quiet here that even neighbors' dogs barking is a big deal. Not joking, I remember their walk schedule. All we have here is mountains, snow, and old pub where men argue whose snow cleaning robot is better. Welcome to Scottside. You'll get bored of it. The girl chuckled and looked at town, as if she'd lost all the interest. Shubi, I think it's possible to find some friends here, so it won't be as tiresome. People don't seem to shun me. I met a few guys in the library. Jessica, oh, those nerds? You're new, so every company's gonna try to lure you in. Shubi, who's better not to talk to? Jessica, same like everywhere else. Don't mess with thugs, they'll kick your ass and rip you off. And don't look really athletic. She glanced at my arms. Jessica, nerds are too pretentious. If you're not 2 years ahead of school curriculum, you won't get along. Elite throw parties sometimes. You may get invited out of curiosity. Shubi, and what about you? I cut in. Jessica, guess. Someone else. Shubi, I think you don't fit any of these descriptions. She held her breath, analyzing my words. A hint of a smile appeared on her face, but vanished immediately. Jessica, me and my friends are among the last ones. Shubi, elite? No way, it's such an honor. So you're the ones to turn to if I want to have some fun. Jessica, kind of, if you're not afraid. Our parties are nothing like the nerds. By the way, how was your library meeting? Shubi, we've been playing tabletop games. Jessica, is it when someone lies on a table and the others top them? Shubi, no, it's DHD. You roll dice and... Jessica, I know, just joking. Shubi, you do know. I thought you didn't like that kind of stuff. Jessica, well, to be frank, it's a weird game. I don't understand what you like about it. Shubi, it's actually fun if you get into it. Jessica, too difficult for fun. Fun should be simple. Jess rubbed her shoulders, clearly trying to warm up. Jessica, it's biting cold. It's been a while since there have been such weather. Cover with a coat. I got up to take off my coat. Shubi, here, put it on. Jessica, what about you, Southerner? Shubi, no worries, I'm not cold. Jessica, alright, don't forget to take it back. Jessica took the coat, willingly threw it on, and sighed with relief. Jessica, we have to move a little to warm up. The girl stood up, leaning on the fence. I felt a pleasant smell of her perfume brought to me by wind. It was blueberry, not too sweet but delicate fragrance. I took a deep breath, enjoying the fresh and chilly air, and gazed at the dim streetlights. A lonely car passed by somewhere far away, hurrying to get cozy after a long day. The sun had almost hidden behind the peaks, and darkness slowly took over. Jessica, I guess I owe you a village tour. Shubi, a village? Jessica, oh, trust me. Scottside is so small you'll think it's a big village. Everyone knows everyone, so someone like you is a Christmas level event. Shubi, hope we can do it without fireworks. Jessica, keep hoping. Now watch and listen. That red signboard is a shop. Her finger pointed at a bright light somewhere far away. If you want to bring some beer to your games, come at Miss Marge's shift. She's like funny perm woman. She's sure to not tell her parents. But Anne will sell, but then snitch to your folks. How does she know their phone numbers? Should we from a phone book? Jessica, watch and listen. She repeated discontentedly. Keep listening. Jessica, well, you already know our school. Police is at the corner. Jessica's finger outlined a new route. There's nothing to see except for the diner across the road. Mr. Bill is the cook. Even though he has no legs, he's good with his hands. His cheese potato is to die for. Make sure to give it a try. A church, a gas station. What are these towers in the forest? I pointed at the 3 dark silhouettes of buildings that stood out in the fog. Jessica froze. Her gaze suddenly dimmed, as if she didn't want to remember something that hid in the depths of her memory. Jessica, these are, she said in a small voice, almost a whisper. These were old scientific facilities property. It was abandoned long ago. Shuby, that's it? I thought there were an interesting story. Jessica, there is a story, she said slowly, considering every word. Shuby, come on, spill it. Or is it that boring? Jessica, rather scary. I heard experiments used to be conducted there. Horrible, unimaginable human experiments. She paused as though doubting whether to share the knowledge. Jessica, and then the facility closed down. Officially, due to safety violations. But people say something happened there that's better not to talk about out loud. I felt chills run down my spine. A boy at school said he was walking through the forest one day and the towers lit up red. It was not like an ordinary signal light. No, it was an ominous dark red light, just like the blood. Of course, he couldn't fight his curiosity and followed the light. But the closer he was, the colder he got. He kept going and soon he saw a huge cave. It was standing inside. It was a humanoid creature, but her voice turned into a whisper, hardly audible with the wind's noise. Instead of a head, it had a monstrous mouth full of blade-sharp teeth and soul-burning black eyes. Its long arms, growling right out of its back, were holding the pine trees, as if the whole forest was a part of it. It slowly came closer. The boy felt its cold breath on his skin, but he could neither scream nor run away. The creature opened its mouth and hundreds of tiny, pitch-black spiders escaped from it, spreading a sickening smell of rotting meat. It bent over to the boy's ear and whispered, "I will come for you. I will find you. I will eat you." The boy, he woke from the stupor and ran as fast as he could. He doesn't remember how he got home, but he can't sleep since. He says every night the creature calls him from the forest, calls him by name. So, if you ever see the red lights in the towers, stay away. Never go there. Whoa. Jessica, freaking drone. Crash into a tree. Shuby, is it always like that? Jessica, it is. What were we talking about? Shuby, you were telling a story. It is creepy, but it sounds like a myth, to be honest. Jessica, it may be. I've never seen any lights myself, so the towers are just a part of ruins in the forest. Shuby, is the boy real? Jessica, he is, but, you know, there are even scarier stories if you buy anything they tell you at school. Say, the creep's stories, one scarier than the other. See a brown car with blinkers on over there? She pointed into the distance. Creep's junker acts up again. He's our neighbor. Shuby, hold on, is he the plum one? Thinning beard? Always coughing? Jessica, that's him. Shuby, why a creep? Jessica, because to me, Lundgrip is a creep's name. Shuby, turns out I also live nearby. I saw him cleaning the snow on the front yard. I smiled and checked the time. Oh, it's so late. Jessica, missing your bedtime story? Shuby, very funny. Your story is enough. I just don't want to trip over this damn ladder in the dark. Go together. I sniffled as I hesitated for a moment. Should we go home? I can walk you. Jessica, what? Shuby, I can walk you home. We're going one way anyway. Jessica, nah, I'm good. I'll go alone. Jessica frowned, apparently offended by my suggestion. Shuby, but you... Jessica, I'll stay here for some time and go later. She sounded rougher, clearly trying to end the conversation sooner. Shuby, okay, then see you at school tomorrow. And thanks for the tour. Jessica, yep, see ya. I stepped on an icy bar, watching Jessica, who quickly disappeared from view behind the tank. Finally felt a steady ground under feet, took the last look up and headed home. The moon appeared from behind the clouds, driven by the wind. Its dim light reflected off the snow, making the street seem a little brighter. Occasional snowflakes landed on my cheeks and instantly melted, leaving behind a faint, tingling sensation. I didn't even notice I had walked up to my house. I'd already missed my evening walk with the dog. Hopefully, Mom wouldn't scold me for it. The light was on and I could see her blurry silhouette through the sheer curtains. Mom seemed to be bustling around the kitchen, hurrying from the oven to the table. We'll probably have something tasty for dinner. Maybe it's her signature lemon pie. It's strange how life can change in a moment, how everything can turn upside down. It's the first time Mom and I have ever moved. I've always thought it's hard. The past is left behind and completely new life, started from scratch, is ahead. But it turned out much easier for me. I had a difficult time in my old school. I never could get along with classmates. Lack of friends made this terrible loneliness even worse. Even though I went to school parties often, I never really fit in. Moving to Scottside was the best decision. But I'm worried everything will follow the same scenario. Will I ever adapt to a new life? I felt my heart beating faster. Anxiety grew stronger. I remembered how hard moving was for Mom, and what the reason behind it. Or rather, who. Suddenly my imagination started playing tricks on me, and I saw my father standing beside my mom. The howling wind began to sound like them arguing. It all started when Father lost his job. He'd been looking for a new one for a while, but he couldn't find any. He started borrowing money from Mom and getting drunk. I felt that everything is falling apart, as if I had already known how it would all end. I wasn't ready, but I knew. And Mom tried to make everything work out. She'd been helping Father, giving him everything she had, down to the last cent. Mom trusted him. She believed things would get better before long. That Father will stop drinking, find a job, and her family will be at peace again. Deep inside, Mom had a faint flicker of hope. That was like a candle about to go out. That happened in the kitchen. I saw him getting closer to her. I saw how he looked at Mom. Like a hungry wolf, baring its teeth at its prey. In a moment, he came as close to her as he could. His hand rose up, about to hit her really hard. Him raising his hand to Mom was the last straw. She was shattered into 1,000 pieces, like an old vase, impossible to mend. We had to move here to Scottside in order to make a fresh start. It was a new beginning for both of us, a new chance, so to say. Father's silhouette began to fade, and once again, it was only Mom I saw. The thought that Father was no longer with us gave me a sense of relief. I could never forgive him for all the pain he'd caused to Mom. I didn't want to see her like that again. I clenched a fist and felt my frozen fingers press against my palm. I guess it's time to get inside. It's getting too cold out here. I headed towards the door. The crunch of snow gave way to the groaning wooden steps of the porch, each one complaining under my weight. I carefully turned the doorknob and went inside, preparing for my mother's moralizing. I stepped into the hallway, and the spicy aroma wrapped around me. From the kitchen came the soft tapping of a knife on the cutting board. She was always cooking something, even when no one was hungry. I looked around and noticed paintings hung on the walls. I felt a twinge of guilt. Sarah seemed to have already unpacked the boxes without my help. I can't remember the last time I've called her Mom. That word feels wrong now, almost unnatural. Sarah. The name sounds just right. It reflects the distance that is now between us, even if we don't talk about it. Everything has changed since she and Father got a divorce. She shut herself off, as if building an invisible wall around herself. I tried to reach her at first, but all my efforts were rejected, met by cold silence or curt replies. She's still my mom, who makes my favorite pancakes for breakfast every so often, but emotionally she became a stranger. At first, I was angry with her for the way she pushed me away, but then I gave up on any attempts. We made an unspoken agreement, every man for himself. Suddenly I heard a displeased voice from the kitchen. Sarah, are you going to stand there all night? Who's going to walk Stinky? Me? Why would you give a dog such a stupid name? Shuby. Right now? It's so late. Sarah, right now. And then you'll tell me what made you come home so late. She intentionally emphasized the last word. No point in arguing. Shuby. Okay, Sarah. I grumbled, grabbed the leash, and went to the door. I stepped outside, heading for the forest beyond the house. The cold was biting my cheeks, and I pulled my collar up. Shuby. Stinky, come. The dog was already hopping around my feet. Apparently, he doesn't mind the cold, or he's just happy to be outside. I wish I had half his energy. Right now, I'd rather curl up in my bed and sleep until morning. I took a deep breath of crisp air and looked at Stinky. He had buried his head in the snowdrift and was now enthusiastically digging, flinging snow in all directions. So carefree. But it wasn't always like this. I wonder if he remembers the day we met. I was 10. He was just a baby, a shaggy puppy. I found him by the road, his tiny body covered in dust, barely breathing. Someone had hit him with a car and left without even stopping. His legs were twisted in an unnatural way, fur was matted with blood and mud. He was shaking, quietly whimpering, too weak to even bark. Then he looked up at me with those big eyes, filled with pain and hope. My heart sank. Without thinking, I rushed to him. Carefully, afraid to hurt him more, I picked him up. The only sign he was still alive was the trembling of his body. I hurried to the vet, clasping him in my arms. He nestled his cold nose into my shoulder and stayed there the whole way. The doctor was silent for a long time, and then he said, "Legs can't be saved." Stinky barked, pulling me out of my thoughts. He was holding a big stick in his mouth. Shuby, want to play? Oh. Oh, nice. Ah, good boy. Ah, he's quick. Fall for the old trick, huh? Oh. What happened? Shooby. Stinky, wait. But he had already fled behind the trees. I rushed after him. The tree branches were whipping my face and my heart raced like mad. Where did he run off to? How am I supposed to find him now? I could hear the faint whirring of his prosthetics up ahead, a mechanical hum that faded and returned again and again. Shooby. Stinky, where are you, boy? My voice was trembling, breaking into a wheeze, but I kept calling for him, hoping to hear something in response. The forest pressed in with silence, broken only by the crunch of snow beneath my boots. It's alright, it's fine. Think, Shooby, think. It's winter. That means there are footprints in the snow. They turned left, guiding me along a winding trail between the trees. But I heard a noise from the right. Sounds and footprints go in different directions. I stopped, breathing heavily, my breath steamed in the freezing air, fading in the twilight. I heard something on the right. It was quiet but distinct. I decided to follow the sound. What if it's Stinky? What if he's there, entangled in branches or stuck in the snow? Cold was getting under my coat, biting my fingers, but I didn't care. I could think only about him, my Stinky, who's somewhere out there, all alone. The forest was growing thicker and thicker. Low tree branches looked like they were trying to stop me. Suddenly I heard a crunch, as if someone had stepped on a stick nearby. Shooby. Stinky, is that you? I stopped and squinted, trying to make out something in the dusk. I listened attentively. Crunch. One more. Sharp, abrupt, as if someone's running. Fucking deer. He passed by with such speed that I barely could step back. I should have followed the footprints. I clenched fists and turned back to the fork, feeling weariness wash over me even stronger than before. Oh God, I hear him. Shooby, Stinky, hang on, I'm coming. The voice echoed from the trees, but no answer followed, only silence and rustle of falling snow. The sound was coming from around those branches. Shit! My heart began to pound, chest tightened with anxiety. What the hell? Why did this stupid bird scare me? Suddenly, I remembered a story Jessica told me. I tried to brush these thoughts off, but they wouldn't leave. But as soon as I took a step forward, I heard a sound behind me. I whirled around, but could only see the same branches that looked like crooked fingers reaching out for me. My imagination must be playing tricks on me. I tried to move faster, but the forest looked more unfamiliar and hostile with every step, as if it would try to capture me inside. Images from the story took over my thoughts and started to choke me. I couldn't shake off the image of that spider-like thing. What if that's not a myth? What if it got my Stinky? It holds him with its woolly legs and is trying to eat him. I heard the dog whimper again. I couldn't help but run. Shooby, Stinky, I'll save you. Oh, I see. You run forward and then you gotta do the... Eventually, my legs gave out and plunged into the snow. The snow got under my clothes, burning my skin with cold. Suddenly, everything around me lit up with a mysterious blue glow. I looked up, trying to find where it was coming from. The light was so bright I could hardly make out its source, even through my fingers. I lowered my hand from my face, let my eyes adjust to the light, and I froze, unable to believe my eyes. Oh, right in front of me, on the forest edge, was a massive metallic sphere, resembling a 20-sided dice. What's that? Cargo that fell off an aircraft, or... It was glowing with an abnormal, bright neon light, utterly alien to this world. The sphere stood in the heart of the forest, as if it had escaped from fiction or a nightmare. The sphere was real, sinister, frightening, and completely incomprehensible. And it waited for me. Nice. Strange things. Special thanks for playing our demo. Choices truly shape your story. One decision can change everything. The town of Scottside hides more than it shows. Those who pay attention will see the details. So far, you've seen only a small glimpse. If you'd like it, follow us on socials. Don't forget to play with Stinky once more. Even greater things are still to come. Alright, so yeah, that was really good. I like that. I'm definitely gonna keep my eye on it. It's got me intrigued. I was rushing through the town, trying to get everything done in time, where we could be as loud as we want, and no robot librarian can wield to kick us out.